What's up guys, Coach Az back again with another video. Today we're discussing some ideas for how to build up and develop combinations with the hands. Now obviously this can be applied to kicks, to elbows, to knees, but today we'll just talk about it in a boxing frame of mind. So let's get started on the bag. When I talk about building combinations, I mean things that are longer than basic 1-2s or 3-punch combinations. So we're coming with an assumption of knowledge that you know what a jab is, you know what a cross is, you know how to throw a hook, possibly an uppercut, okay? And we're going to build upon that and see how we can add things to it to lengthen out our combinations. Now, the big reason that you'd want to be able to do this, why this is relevant, why this is important, is that when we think about attacking an opponent, we're really trying to create an opportunity to score, an opportunity to hit them. And if we're always throwing single shots or 2-shot combinations, that can be relatively easy to defend against, because really if opponent can block it, move out the way of it, or use their footwork, that's pretty easy to do with 1 or 2 shots. But when the volume goes up and you start increasing your attack, it can be much easier to make your opponent make a mistake and therefore create an opportunity for you to land an attack upon them, all right? So that's the reason why we want to do it, and let's start exploring how we can do it. So let's start from a very familiar point that we'd all understand, which is the 1-2, yeah, our jab cross. So from here, everyone knows a jab cross. What we want to think about is how can I extend that combination out? Realistically, there's one of 3 places you can add something. You can add it in front of it. So before the jab cross, you can add it in the middle of it, between the 2 punches, or you can add something on the end, or all 3. So let's start with what we could add on front of it. Now, quite simple answer is we can double up on that jab. So we can add a jab in front of the jab. So it can then become a 3-punch combo of double jab cross. Yeah, so I'm doubling up on that lead arm to set up that straight power punch on the end of it. If we wanted to add something in the middle, so let's go back to 1-2, we could add a lead arm hook punch in between. So from here we'd go jab, hook, cross. So I've added a technique in the middle of it. Jab, hook, cross. And of course we can put a technique on the end of it. So go back to the jab, cross. We can put on the end of that a hook with the lead arm again, but this time it comes at the end. Jab, cross, hook. And again, jab, cross, hook. Now the idea here is you've got 3 different adjustments to the same very basic combination, and you can chain these in together to create even larger combinations. For example, we can put the first and the second one together. We can go with that double jab into that lead hook, into that cross, and then from there, if I wanted to, again, I can continue on and add that hook on the end. So from there, I've got a double jab, lead hook, cross, hook. And we can continue to build from there. Those are some real basic concepts. And for some of you, you might be thinking, well, that's very simple and very obvious. But really, it's how you can apply that to different starting positions and how we can add different elements to fill in and color our combinations. So let's take a different example. Let's take a lead arm hook followed by an uppercut. Now on a bag like this, you can't really land your uppercut, so I'm just going to shadow the technique. There's nothing wrong with working some shadow technique where necessary, if we can't hit a pad or an opponent. So most of us are going to be familiar with this combination. Lead arm hook, and then I rotate, shoot in my back arm uppercut underneath the chin. Now again, we can add something at the front, we can add something in between, we can add something at the end. At the front, again, we could just double up that hook, but to add another layer to it, we can also add a level. So by a level change, I mean we're gonna go body hook, head hook, uppercut. Watch that one again. I'm gonna start by attacking to the body, then I'm gonna ping back and attack that same strike to the head, and then I'm gonna come straight up through the middle with that uppercut. So I've put that second hook in at the front, but I've started by attacking the body to open up the head to try to open up the chin. Again, we can put a technique in the middle of it. So from here, I might work a hook into a cross, into an uppercut. From there, I'm working that first technique, lead hook. I'm putting something in the middle of it, which is that cross, and I'm bringing that back to come underneath and land that uppercut. And of course, we can add something on the end of it. Hook, uppercut, and the choice is yours realistically. What I really like to implement with my guys is a lot of counter rotation. So for example, when we throw that hook, we rotate into it. And that allows me to then counter rotate and develop great amount of power with my back arm as I come for that uppercut. Now I can just reset and shoot that as a cross, and that's a really effective combination. But what we want to really do is implement this power. So I'm going to come with another hook. Boom. And I get to use that rotation of the upper body to develop the power in my hands. So for here, that combination, hook, uppercut, hook. And again, we can chain these things in together. I can start with that double hook. And from there, I can ping in that cross and shoot that uppercut. I can then reset to another hook, uppercut, hook. And I've chained together the idea of putting something in front, in between, and on the end of a punch combination. And what you end up with is a really nice chain that attacks different levels, that attacks different targets, and uses a nice flurry of different techniques as your combinations. More than anything, guys, this is a thought exercise for you. It's something to take away. Think about your favorite techniques that you like to land, what's really effective for you, and how can you build out from that start position to get longer, more effective combinations. So take it away, have a practice, comment some of your favorite longer punch combinations down below, and I'll see you on the next one.